All right, back here on SportsLine, we're going to switch gears a little bit. NHL All-Star Weekend. Really, they dropped the puck on the festivities, so to speak, this Thursday morning in downtown Nashville over next to Smashville at Bridgestone Arena. The All-Star Game coming to Nashville for the first time. A lot of people around the NHL excited about everything that is going around. You've got the All-Star Game Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock, skills competition Saturday night, but so much more beyond that in downtown Nashville this weekend. Winter Park with the concerts and so many things going on outside, and also NHL Fanfare inside the Music City Center. A nominal price to get in. A full day pass where you can go in and out. Lots of interactive activities and cool booths. One of those is from Upper Deck, the card trading company that I'm sure so many of you sports fans are familiar with. And we want to bring in now Jason Mashera, the president of Upper Deck. Jason, thanks for coming on tonight, and we look forward to having you here in Nashville later this week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming out.
Absolutely. This is an opportunity for fans to go out and check out all these cool exhibits. You guys have one of them. What will people see if they go inside Fanfare and check out the Upper Deck booth this weekend?
Yeah, we have a lot of great interactive things, and I think the thing that really gets people excited at the event is the ability to actually make your own trading cards. So we have a little area that you can step into, have your picture taken, and walk out with a trading card, which is incredible. Everybody always wants their own trading card, right? Absolutely.
That's what you do when you're a kid growing up. You just dream of having that opportunity. So people can actually walk up, just have it made. I've got to imagine that's a huge hit for people, and kids especially.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, and you see people immediately start kind of bragging and showing it off. They'll throw it on Facebook, they'll throw it on Twitter, because not everybody has their own trading card.
Right.
It's a great opportunity. It's a very unique opportunity because it's not something that's easy to do.
Jason, now all the stars of NHL All-Star Weekend, they obviously have their own trading cards, but people always want to know if they might have an opportunity to run into people. Do you have anything lined up with any players or anything that'll be around during the course of the weekend?
Well, we do. We have a couple signings at our booth. I'm not sure if we've released who exactly they are, but a couple of really good young players.
Sure.
And typically those signings at our booth are free of charge. We just ask that people, kind of enjoy the experience and get familiar, especially if you haven't collected trading cards in a while, really get up to speed with what trading cards have become over the years.
Yeah, Jason Mashera, the president of Upper Deck, is joining us here on SportsLine. That's what I want to get to because I think you and I are about the same era, but I remember growing up and going to the store and checking out all the packs of cards and deciding which one I wanted on a summer day or whatever, and you get your card and open it up and go through the 20 or 22 cards that are in there and figure out exactly who you have and who you want to trade with friends and things like that. How different is the industry and the business today for trading cards than it was when we were growing up?
It's dramatically different, and I think one of the things, especially for people who haven't bought a pack or a box of cards in a long time, it's really eye-opening. We put cards into our product runs that have pieces of game-used jerseys in them. We have the guys sign autographs for us on a regular basis, and we put those autographs into the packs and randomly insert them. And when we were kind of growing up, it was ink and paper, and there's so many different technologies and looks to the cards, and it's just so much different than what we all grew up with. It's really exciting and really fun, and I think particularly with the game-used jerseys or the autographs, it's the collector's chance, it's the fans' chance to get something of their favorite player that they know is authentic, that they know came directly from that player, which is really, really cool.
Right. At what point did the traditional card companies like an Upper Deck sort of switch over, Jason, from being essentially that pack that you bought in a card store in a strip mall, 10, 15, 20 years ago, to almost more of the collector's items, some of the things that you just described right there?
Well, the hobby has evolved through the years, and we're still anchored by our baseball card stores. They're still out there. I know there's a couple particular in Nashville
Sure.
That are favorites of ours. But there are, what I think is more often overlooked is that there are a lot of other places, too, that have trading cards. There are websites that sell trading cards. There's Walmart, Target, Toys R Us, a lot of those outlets. And, it's just that cards have changed and evolved just like many other things in our lives. And unfortunately for everybody, as they've gotten more exciting and a lot cooler over the time.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was going to ask. So it's evolved and changed in very different ways. Is the trading card business still booming the way it was when we were kids and getting a card was the cool thing to do on a summer day?
Well, that's the interesting part. So if you go back through the history of the last, let's say, 25 years, 27 years that Upper Deck's been around, it's definitely gone through different periods. And what you saw back in the early 90s is you had a lot of people coming into the hobby who weren't collectors. They were speculators. They were the stockbrokers or the Wall Street investors who thought this was the next big thing that they could make money on. And what happened is that the trading card companies produced a ton of product. People bought way too much, and eventually those people all left the market. Huh. And, those cards from that era really aren't worth much anymore because there's so many of them. And what's happened over the last, I'd say, 10 years or so is that the core market is left, and it's a good, solid market because the people who are in it are collectors. It's not a lot of outside influencers that have kind of ruined the economy in the marketplace for those who are everyday collectors.
Jason Mashera, the president of Upper Deck, joining us here on the program tonight. Jason, I want to have a little fun here. What's the best card that you, as the president of the company, own in your collection?
It's funny because I've been a collector since I was a kid, and I've never personally owned anything of real high value. I think what I have is a variety of different personal collections. I have a John Elway collection. I have a Dan Marino collection. I have a Steve Yzerman collection, but I don't really have anything that would be all that impressive. And I know that shocks most people, but that's just kind of me.
No, but everybody has things that mean something to them in different ways. Something around this state right now that's just going crazy is the love and admiration and respect for Peyton Manning and the great career he's had, obviously starting at the University of Tennessee, now going to a fourth Super Bowl, opportunity to become the first quarterback to win 2 Super Bowls with 2 different teams. Can you give me any sort of like a spectrum or a range of what, either or, if he wins or even if he comes up short in 2 weeks, sort of what the value for cards and collectibles for Peyton Manning is at this point in time?
Well, it's a pretty wide range of Peyton through the years. The thing with a guy like Peyton is that, regardless of what happens with the Super Bowl, he's a Hall of Fame player.
Right.
He's got a Super Bowl ring. He's arguably, one of the top quarterbacks of all time. And, at this point in his career, the prices don't fluctuate. And quite frankly, in the trading card realm, you can find cards for $1. You can find cards for $5,000 on Peyton. One of the things that we did over the last couple of years is we did some autograph memorabilia of him, and it's kind of the same thing. We have pieces that are $1,200. We have pieces that are $3,500 with Peyton. But you can always expect, if you want the more limited edition, the more collectible, high-end stuff, you're going to pay a couple $1,000s for something really nice and really limited with Peyton.
Jason, for fans out there who are the people who want to collect a little bit, or maybe even a few of those speculators that are hoping to get something that has real value, what's the big difference? What's the thing they should look for when going for one of those high-end items?
you essentially want something from a company that is reputable. You want to make sure, like for us, we have a 5-step authentication process on the memorabilia side that guarantees your authenticity. You want to make sure that you're dealing with something and a company that has a reputation for being legit. There's a lot of fake items out there, particularly on the memorabilia side, so you have to be very, very careful. So, I make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure any company that you buy, we prefer it's Upper Deck authenticated, but, make sure that if you're buying from somebody, make sure that they have the track record, that it's completely legit.
Excellent advice right there. Great opportunities for fans this weekend with the fan fair. So many things going on. Your booth, the Upper Deck booth, will be inside the Music City Center. People will be able to find that if they get a ticket inside of the fan fair. As you mentioned, they can have their own personal trading card made there. You're going to have some player autograph signing sessions there. And I know you can't talk a lot about it, but kind of a big announcement coming up on Thursday. Do you have any tease for the fans out there that may be thinking of coming by Thursday or thereafter of something they might see?
Well, I think for us, this is a big weekend, and there is a big announcement this week. And, back in 1989, Upper Deck really changed the way people viewed trading cards. And essentially what we'll be announcing on Thursday will be kind of that next evolution, the big announcement about how people view and consume trading cards. So we're really excited. We really think what we're going to kind of bring to the table is going to make trading cards exciting again for everybody. So very much looking forward to the big announcement on Thursday.
Well, Jason, I think a lot of other people are as well. We appreciate the time tonight. Safe travels out here to Nashville. We've got all the snow gone for you, so we should have good weather this weekend and look forward to having you guys here in Music City.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't want to get stuck on an airplane someplace like everybody else has.
Sounds good. Jason, thanks for the time. We'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
Jason Mishera, the president of Upper Deck Trading Card Company, and just a cool exhibit. And that is just one of the many that you will find if you go into NFL or NHL Fan Fair this weekend over at the Music City Center. There'll be plenty of things outside, too, that are completely free. This is one of the great things about big events like this. Yes, the All-Star Game is going to be great. If you're a hockey fan, if you like the Stars, it's going to be terrific to see all those guys on the sheet of ice at Bridgestone Arena. Saturday night skills competition, going to be phenomenal. But the other things that come to town when you host an event like this is almost as cool as the game itself in a lot of ways. The booths, the exhibits, the things like that you can go to. And in a lot of cases, the cost is nominal for those things, unlike going to the game. And Winter Park, what a great idea. Free skating, free opportunity to be out there and watch concerts and some of the things. Those are great things for the community. They sell Nashville, they sell the brand internationally at an event like this, but it's also great for the people down the street, the kids in Davidson and Williamson County and around the area that come in and get a chance to explore all those things and go through all those activities during the course of the weekend. So get out there and check it out this weekend around the NHL All-Star Game. We're going to talk some more about that with Scott Ramsey of the Nashville Sports Council coming up.